Okay, today is my day to read some letters. I've got some really good ones. I'm going to read 3 of them to you. The first one is short. The second one is a little shorter. The third one's a little longer. The third one you're going to want to stick around for. The third one is actually a letter that a husband wrote to Horseface. And I got my hands on this letter and I'm reading it verbatim. The point is, it's awful. I'm just telling you that right now because it's a glimpse into the mind of a man who's having an affair. And when you hear the words I'm going to read, which he wrote, this is a secret that you're hearing this. This is what I want to do for you so you understand what's happening in some of their brains. Because it's almost like they resort back to being a teenager and they fall in love with someone new. Because if you think about it, you and your husband or your wife and you had the beginning of your relationship where there was no one else and you were just roaming the earth, and you meet someone and you're 18 to 25, 29 and you're just like, hi, and you start from scratch. And the thing about these affairs that happen later in life, there's baggage, like suitcases, or here's a bag. Here comes my bag. I got to take this with me to go on my next journey with my next person. So you can't bury that in the backyard. They all come with you. And I watched a lot of Dateline NBC, and I guess you could bury it in the backyard, kill your kids, kill your wife, and start over, which happens, which makes those shows so interesting and so stupid. Like, what were they thinking? And I'm sure as they're rotting in jail, they're thinking to themselves, why did I do that? Why did I murder my wife and children? And now I'm stuck here forever. I guess because I don't think they're going to get caught, but I'm sidetracking. Okay, so do you understand what's going to happen? I like people to know ahead of time. So I'm going to read. All right, here's the first one. Dear Laurie, I'm sitting on this plane having a little pity party in my head, just thinking about how she, that would be Horseface, had literally gotten everything that he had put effort into her that he never did me. Well, he did put effort into you years ago. You just forgot. And so did he. So he's got a brand new shiny object and he's entertaining it. Let's keep going. Then all I did was stare out at the clouds and I asked God, why? Why is this all happening to me? And why can't I get over it? I keep hearing a small voice in my head that says, trust me, trust me. That's all I hear. It's in my head, but it feels so real. I responded to her, oh my gosh, I love that. The shitty thing about all of this is you were kind of like chosen to have this happen to you because life dealt you this card. And now the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be a bitch? Or get crazy or start destroying other people's lives? Or maybe start having an affair with your best friend's husband? Or are you gonna do the right thing? Enjoy my videos and I'll teach you how to do that. Or you can just wise it up and do the right thing. I'll say it again, do the right thing. Not many people do that, but if you do that, I'm here to tell you, and I talk to people every day who tell me this, when I do the right thing, good things happen. One more time, when I do the right thing, good things happen. Oh, so is that to say when I do the wrong thing, bad things happen? Yeah. And if you live long enough, you'll know that's true. Okay, next one. Here's the second one. This is a wife to me. Dear Lord, I'm really sorry I needed so much encouragement from you. I guess I'm still worried he won't ever come back. I sang at a funeral yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, you sing? I love hearing about people's hidden talents. I sang at a funeral yesterday. And by the afternoon, I was talking to a lady that plays the piano for me. She was telling me about her friend's husband who did the same thing, but it was years ago. This man up and divorced his wife and ran off with the other woman. He ended up marrying her. And then he divorced that woman 1 year later and said he doesn't even remember marrying her in the first place. But now, today, he lives next door to the first wife. And they are really good friends, but that's it. The first wife has no interest in starting a relationship back up with this guy. It is so crazy and so sad. Why is this happening? I don't think she really wants to know what's happening. I just think she wants comfort. And I'm telling you, this is what happens. If you're gonna leave your spouse to chase some pretty tail that's half your age or even your age, who knows? But you're going to hurt people on the way and you're going to go that way to get something new and shiny, selfishly to fill your needs as you destroy other people's lives. Even your friends who always trusted that you would be with your spouse forever. And when your friends who have nothing to do with your marriage hear about you divorcing your spouse and, finding some other lady, they are crushed. So you're hurting them too. So going back to what I said, if you do things that hurt other people and you think this one is going to be amazing, it's not going to happen. It just doesn't happen. And you're going to have to trust me on that, because this is what I do every day, all day long. But I have these special moments. I just did a podcast with someone and I said, can I stay in here and do a few things? And they let me. This place is awesome. It's like a padded room, which I think is hilarious because I don't ever want to be put in a padded room. I don't think everyone does. I don't think they do that anymore. Put people in padded rooms. Okay, best part. The letter from a husband to Horseface. All right, here is a letter from a husband to Horseface. Are you ready? Let's go. Dear Sarah, I thought I would put pen to paper and explain my thoughts as writing, because we have had an intense but amazing ride to where we are currently situated. I am very nervous about how this may be interpreted. He's British, by the way. And writing is not one of my strengths, but going through this process has certainly forced me to do some deep thinking and reflection. So, to start with, Sarah, I really like you. I like your name. I like who you are, and I'm so glad we met last month, and I feel a deep connection on so many levels. I trust you implicitly and feel extremely vulnerable in being an open book, and there is nothing that I believe I cannot tell you or be transparent about with you. I have made lots of mistakes, even things that I am not proud of, but I am just at ease telling you about all the bad things without a fear or any kind of judgment. It is sometimes bizarre how life turns out, because a little over 2 months ago, I was sitting alone in my office wondering how soon I'd retire. A year, 2 years, maybe 3 years. And then you came into the office and my world turned upside down. I once put so much effort into my work, and now I could care less. I'd retire with no money at all, as long as you were by my side holding my hand. And to be clear, my wife and I have been married for 32 years. And while I love her, the work we did together to keep going on our marriage was intense. And I did not allow myself the deep reflection of what I truly wanted. COVID was intense, and the years after, I have found myself thinking more and more that at some point in the future, I would want a new life to live only for myself. Now, I do love my wife. She is someone I care for deeply because she has supported me through thick and thin. Plus, because I was always working, she was pretty much all by herself raising our 3 amazing daughters, all of whom are young women. And as a family man, she and I created a beautiful life together that I'm extremely proud of. Then what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? However, over time, and especially the last few years, our relationship has moved more towards being comfortable together and just close friends. As the mother of my children, I will always love her and have a relationship with her, and yet I knew there was something missing, and I didn't know what until it was you who came along. Now I see that I really want more. I want love and a spark, and you brought all of that to me. So in my subconscious, I was 12 to 18 months away from being freed up and retired, and I'm a big believer that you get out of life what you put in, and I treat my relationships like that. No, he doesn't. Only in a crisis. I believe my wife and I deserve to live a life that is filled with passion and everything else that goes along with being with someone's complete partner, not just living together, as it is the easy thing to do in keeping the status quo. We have kids and a house and friends and a life, and the status quo says you should be happy. Please know, I was not looking for someone at this time in my life. And more importantly, I was not looking to substitute part of my marriage with a fling. That is not who I am at all. Let's be clear. That wasn't what he was before. And when he gets through this, he will look back on this time and say, that wasn't who I was, but I did it. And it's going to drive him crazy. So as much as you want to punish this man for doing something like this, he will hurt himself far worse than you could ever do, because he's got to live with himself the rest of his life. It's still on him. You're going to get past this. You're going to move on. Hopefully you reach out to me and I can help you through this because I'm really good at it. But either way, it stays with him forever. What he did right now will stay with him forever. He will punish himself forever. FYI. Maybe part of you are going, yeah, thank God. Back to the letter. I'm attracted to you physically, mentally, and I feel so inspired by you and humored by you. I feel so good when we are together, like time just stands still. Regardless if it's walking through the park, laughing over text, sharing a glass of wine, dancing to my playlist, or holding you as close as I can to me. Our trust is at a deep level, and I can only explain it as a bubble that protects both you and I, and that nothing will ever penetrate the exterior of it. Do you see how he sounds like he's 17 and he's writing poetry? Yeah, makes sense, right? When our foreheads touch, and I have you in my arms, and our noses gently caress each other before one of us moves to have our lips touched, it is a place where I feel deeply close and connected to you. I'm holding myself from busting out laughing because I'm trying to take off my glasses so you know when I'm reading and when I'm talking to you. He felt this way when he was married to you back in the beginning. He felt the same way. But now he's older, knows how to express himself, and he is talking like he's 18 to someone his age, even if she's a little older. We are able to transition from laughing to deep conversation so seamlessly and so easy. Everything about when we are together is almost perfect. For now. I don't think I have shied away from tough decisions in my life, and it would be easy for both of us to walk away as friends after sharing some special moments together. I just don't want to do that. There are a lot of complications and things for both of us to manage and work through, but I am extremely passionate about doing everything in my life to ensure that I and the people I care most about get the most out of this short time we have on this planet. I am not a spiritual person, but maybe fate has played a part in where we are today. I want to explore, or maybe the devil. I want to explore the possibilities of what lies ahead and navigate all the difficult complexities that may or may not happen. I am extremely excited about life and what lies ahead, both professionally and personally. Yet I'm also nervous and unsure how I rose to the top of the pile to get a woman like you to be with me. Today, I walk with a real spring in my step, as there is so much I'm excited about. Spending time with my girls, my friends, and you, the very special person in my life. I don't have much time left on this planet, and I generally want to get as much as I can out of my life. There are only a few people in my life that get to see all of me, the real me. Some people get to see me at work, others see the social me, but no one ever gets all of me, except for you. You won the prize and get all of me because I've opened myself up to you so quickly, and it just feels right. I like you so much. I do think in life it is rare when you meet someone that really connects with you on so many levels. I genuinely care for you, and I will always look after you and do my best to my abilities to take care. I will also do my utmost to protect you, as well as give you all of me always. That includes the good, the bad, and everything in between. I am a patient man and prepared to do whatever it takes to whatever we need to do to see what happens. I am not sure what the future will bring. However, regardless of what happens with you, I want you to know you are one of the only people in my life that gets to see all of me, and you will always have a special place in my life. It would be so easy for us to walk away. I don't want to, and I hope you don't want to either. Love. Not her husband, but the husband, I can't say his name. Isn't that sad? I hope hearing this letter, I made it a little ridiculous with my voice, and I want you to hear it that way because that's what it is. There's nothing about this that says I'm normal and I understand the pain everyone's feeling. It's me, song dance, right? And that's what's happening here. And I see this a lot. This is the first chance I've had to actually read a letter. And I chose this one because I think it's pretty good. But I want you to know, this man who wrote this letter, maybe in a year or two, He won't remember this. He'll be back to being the same guy he was, in the same marriage he was, but different and better, depending on how his wife behaves today. And that's where I come in. If you need my help and you're facing something like this, or if you know someone who's facing something like this, reach out to me. This is what I do. And I hate seeing people suffer when I've already suffered myself. It's like I've done the pain and figured out what to do. So trust me, because I do this all day long. What I teach works. Reach out to me.